Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to Hallyujuku, a podcast about East Asian pop culture. I'm Petey Rave, your man with no plan. Here with me, as always, is my partner in crime, Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I'm doing well. My camera was off.
It was like
horribly.
Yeah. Give yourself the right kind of headroom.
There we go. I'm in the middle now. All right.
But yeah, we're talking about East Asian pop culture, talking about the things that are going on in that world, in that part of the world. Of course, we start off every episode talking about what's new, what's caught our attention since we last hung out. Kaz, what's new?
So new for me was the song by Bumkey called Surprise, featuring the boy Benzino. And I knew of this song, but I didn't know there was like a video to go with it. But it's really good. It's really good. Bumkey and Benzino just do some good work together. It's a really enjoyable song, really chill. It's over on 1K if you want to go check it out. And it's just so good.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool, chill hip hop track. It's like cool, I'm cool kind of hip hop track. It has a good instrumental to it, and Bumkey has a very cool voice, very good voice, and I've liked him in the things that I think we've talked about it many times. We said we like at least the couple times we talked about it. We said we liked his voice. I know I have, and of course Benzino with the feature, with the classic feature in the song but not the video. At least as far as I could see, unless correct me if I'm wrong.
No. I looked through it a few times to see if he's in there. He's not in there.
Yeah. It's like I love it. It's like, I'll roll through the studio. I don't know about the music video now. I ain't got time for that. But I'll roll through the studio though. I got you. But yeah, it's a cool hip hop track.
No, I don't know. There's a lot that I enjoy about it, right? Like you said, the instrumental is really good. Of course, I love Benzino's feature, right? But I just kind of, I don't know. Even if Benzino wasn't on this track, I think it would still be a really, really good track. Like a really just dope, like you said, chill hip hop track.
Yeah. And it works really well. And the video is pretty interesting. It starts out just being, we're hanging out at a bar, and then it's like there's dudes in animal masks and like things that are like green screened to like weird star like background things or like glitter or whatever, and then like you're watching a bunch. I don't know. it's like it's starting to get weird imagery. It's like they started with a simple set and they thought, let's throw a curveball in there. Throw a couple curveballs in the imagery.
Why not?
Yeah.
Have fun with it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely worth going to check out. Bumkey does good work. All right. So this is going to be a surprise, but I am bringing K.A.R.D to you people.
K.A.R.D. Not the radio station from, I don't remember which city. LA? Is in the West Coast, right? LA? Yeah.
I don't know radio stations. But this is a band called Busters. And they were featured on 1K. And when I saw the Bumkey song, I saw this. And I really like this, and I kind of went and checked out some other stuff that they have. And I can't find a lot, so I think they're a relatively newer band because I couldn't find a lot of information on them. So if anybody out there has stuff on Busters, let me know. I would really like to know because I really enjoyed their music a lot. it it has kind of this J-poppy feel to it. But I mean, not J-pop, but J-rock feel to it. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it worked pretty well. As far as the sound, uh, uh, as far as the sound, it works really well. As far as the quality of like the tunes. So sorry, I'm like distracted because I got something broken in the in the capture. Like okay,
Yeah.
all right. I don't know, something broke in the capture. But god damn it. All right, well, whatever. But yeah, it's very. It does have a J rock, J kind of like Japanese influence to it. I think in some corners, but mainly it's like a general like rock influences. Some of it reminds you of like mid 2000s like post hardcore stuff in some cases. Like, but I think more in like a couple of their other songs than this. But this is like I would say it's like what you see from like something like FT Island, but with more like edge to it. Uh,
Yeah.
which is relative to like CM Blue or FT Island, that it's not hard to be more edgy than them, but it does have a little bit more edge to it, a little bit more moments of growliness. It could be it's a little affected, but it's nice. It's nice. And it works really well. This is a cool like mainstream rock sound, which is nice.
Yeah. I just want to know more about them, and it sucks when you can't find more about like a band when you really want to. Um, so that's the only part that sucked for me, which is why I went. Where it was like, oh man, I wish there was just more info on them, because
Yeah.
I would really love to hear more from this band and from this group, because they seem really cool. Like they just seem really really cool. But I'll deal. I'll learn over time. That's what we've come to learn. You learn over time. But I really like their vocalist a lot. He hit some shit in there.
Yeah. He hits some shit. Like he has some like it's very tight, very kind of clean vocals, and they work really well. Just come on.
All right.
Come on.
So I'm gonna hit you with the last one while you're figuring that out. Boy B, or I'm trying to remember. God damn it! I had a note for this, and now I don't know what I did with it. But it's featuring Siki, or like just. It's not going to be everybody's taste, right? So that I'm going to come out with that. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. That's kind of number one, right? Kind of right off the back, it's kind of trap music inspired. But I don't know. I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Like even with its kind of trap music influence, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. It's a little. It has a little bit of a YOLO swag vibe to it, but
Yeah.
it's not as mired in stupidity. Like it just uses those like it uses some of the for lack of a better word, trappings of kind of the tone of the trap music. I think with how things transition and go from one part of the song to another, but I think like musically it's not it's not really trappy. I think it's more of like how I think Boy B delivers some of like the transitional parts of the song more than anything, more than really necessarily like the instrumental being very trappy or anything like that. I think it's more of like some of those moments and some of the like the vibe, because it definitely is not. It's not as dumb as some trap songs are. It's not, this ain't fucking this ain't Underwater Squad. This ain't that bullshit. Like this ain't Keith Apes dumbass.
Right.
This is it just has some of those like underpinnings and some of that tone to it, but the song
Yeah,
itself
like
doesn't.
that's kind of what it is, and that's what I kind of felt. Like I kind of felt like the song itself was really good, and like I enjoyed the song for like I don't know, I enjoy the song, but it definitely has a taste and a feel that not everybody's gonna like, you know. So
I think overall, like, you can definitely it might not be for everyone, but I think if you complain that it's like if it's like the trappy stuff, I think it's a little misguided. Uh I think it's just an overall cool song. It just has some of those trappings, some of those kind of vibe tone, vibe notes, that might lock into that, but it's not. It's more. It's more. I think it's way more mainstream appealing than necessarily like the really really dumb stuff. Like it's more of like the really good kind of stuff that you see rise from those scenes. I think it's more a little bit more of a higher quality than that. So I think it's definitely worth checking out.
yeah,
Uh,
that's a way better way to put it than I was trying to put it.
yeah, it has some of those trappings, but I think it rises above them. But yeah, um, yeah. I'm moving on I'm taking over. I'll grab the conch, and now the tribe will listen to me. uh, like let's talk about what's new with me. Some of the cool things. One thing I wanted to bring up on the show. A new thing. And I won't really go into it too much, just because I want to wait for the actual like goodies and stuff to arrive from it before like we do a thing. But I did manage to secure uh, a membership. I managed to purchase uh, a membership for this year's class of the Mamamoo fan club, like the official fan club. They actually had it available, actually pretty publicly on an international English language website as well. Um, yeah, let's see. Uh, and it was actually pretty easy to do overall. It was pretty easy to purchase. They actually had pretty clear instructions. The 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 price wasn't bad. The shipping was the killer. So so the price was around $20 for the year of membership, which was nice. Unfortunately, the shipping was around $50 something dollars. So the total came out to around $70 something dollars all in all. Uh, so it was a little pricey overall, uh, comparatively speaking. But it's an experience, and I think let me see if I can. This is working oddly enough. Uh, yeah, this is I'm kind of getting an idea of this on Mumu stuff. This is the page. They actually had an English language version. We can pretty much find all the info here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're gonna ship some stuff. So look out for that. Basically, yeah, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna probably do a little thing. But this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be I'll be the first of us to actually join an official fan club as an official. I imagine card carrying member. Imagine there's a card involved. It's a fan club, so of course there's got to be a card. Of them, be card carrying Moo. So that's exciting. Yeah. So look forward to that. That'll be in the future. It'll be a thing. All right. Other things that are new. really cool thing that has been coming out from Cube Entertainment, specifically from CLC, and specifically from their member, their Thai multilingual member Sorn, has been coming out with a live stream YouTube series called Produsorn, Produson, where she actually talks pretty honestly about like what it's like to be a trainee, what it's like to be an idol. She actually does a pretty like professional job of like having a PowerPoint presentation of like different talking points, and she speaks in like English, Thai, and Korean. And it's actually I only watched one of them. I'm gonna go back and try to finish watching the other two. There's an article I'm linking in the show notes about the first two episodes, and there has been a third episode that just went up. So I plan on checking them out. But the one I checked out was cool. It was actually she seems like a very kind of pretty intelligent gal and with a good head on her shoulder. And she speaks pretty honestly about like the fact that there's some struggle, and that about the kind of the pitfalls of like the how competitive the K-pop world is, and like honestly about how her group isn't necessarily up there as a up top group, and that they're really kind of struggling but growing steadily, and what that means. And yeah, I don't know. Did you get a chance to check out the?
I didn't get to watch them yet. I skipped around in episode 2 and kind of heard some of the things she was talking about. But I think it's like just in general, like the idea of, and we've talked about this, right? And we talked about why people generally don't do this kind of thing. So the fact that she is doing this kind of thing, and it's continuing, and it seems that it's going to be a thing into the future, is like, okay, here we go. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. I'm all for it. I think it's super cool. And I just kind of want to see her do more of it. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. So I mean, I'm probably going to do the same like you. I'm probably going to go back and just check out some of it. They're pretty long.
Yeah.
I will say that.
And a half, 2 hour long.
If you're about as ADD as I am, and you look at the time of a video first before the content of a video, you're gonna have a little bit of a heart drop. You're gonna, oh shit, this is an hour. Oh fuck, it's an hour, dude. What? Like, could get some Overwatch matches in that time. No, but you gotta saunter through sometimes. So I'm gonna sit through. I'm gonna definitely check it out and see what's up.
Yeah. She's cool, and I'm appreciating kind of her personality. She's actually pretty cool and fun. But yeah, go check it out. Cheeky Produsorn. It's worth checking out. Moving on. All right, some cool stuff, some songs, actual songs, and music videos to go along with it. All right, so it's time once again for another edition of K.A.R.D. Killing It. So we're coming back with another pre-debut track for K.A.R.D. Then talk of what pre-debut and debut means all aside. It's another hype track. It's another way to kind of get hype for when they actually properly promote on music shows and things like that. But it's the R track. They're actually following on through this. The first track was their K. The second track was the A. This is the R, and it's Rumor. One thing, when you go to the video, it's gonna look a little weird. It's don't worry, your computer's not broken. But if you're on your phone, hey, have fun with it. Yeah, it's what do you call it? Portrait.
Even if you're on your phone, even if you're on your phone, you're going to have the same issue I had when I originally clicked on this, because I instantly turned my phone sideways like a normal fucking human, and it still stayed vertical. And I was like, fucking phone. So I sat here doing this for a few minutes. I was doing this thing with my fucking phone for a few minutes where I'm just like what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Stop. Like, so
yeah, it is an interesting video. So the product of this is a product of the fact that they actually signed a deal to be the global ambassadors of the LG G6 phone, like which is pretty hype on that regard, and exciting.
That's a big money deal right there.
Yeah. So they're already making money, and they ain't even debuted yet. But yeah, and like it's actually pretty cool. Like portrait mode aside, I didn't mind it. I don't know if this is necessarily as good of a utilization as say Born Hater, which was perfect for portrait mode, which just because of how how it was set up and how it was like the confinement was a part of it.
Yeah. Right. Like this is definitely not made for this confinement. Yeah. Like it hurts to watch it like this.
Yeah, I think it was like, all right, we have the set, we have the idea, we have the storyboards of the music video. Oh hey, so we just signed a contract with LG. Here's the money. It's like, oh, that's a lot of money. They're gonna want us to shoot our next video in for a phone, because we're promoting the D6 phone, and they were like, damn. And then they're like, "Will we going tomorrow though?" Like the shoot's tomorrow. It's like, that's fine. Come on, just turn the camera sideways.
Just like it don't work that way.
It was like, all right, whatever. And then they had to turn this camera sideways and reposition. Everybody was like, all right, get a little like more this way. All right, we'll zoom back a bit. But yeah, honestly, but other than that, all right. So other than that, it is actually a really cool song, and it's a cool vibe song. It's a little bit so where like the first track was Moonbaton style. The second track was a little bit more. I think they categorized it more like EDM. A couple of the tracks, they're all kind of like it's all within this like tropical house, tropical vibe sound. This one, I think switches it up in enough to make it a fresh song, and I've been jamming to it. Like I've just been jamming to it like ever since it came out, and it's been on Spotify. I don't know. Well, what did you think, Kaz?
No, I love it. I think it's really good. Like I enjoyed the fuck out of it. It's just like the video got me, dude. But other than that, I really like the song. Like I like kind of this like you said, kind of house, like kind of reggae electronic sound that they have going. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth checking out. Like their showcase, and I'm looking for. So they performed it really well at their showcase, which is worth checking out. And you get to see the full. Once you get to actually see the full dance, it's actually really dope. Actually might link the whole like the entire V live broadcast, even though there's a lot of like talk, but like once you see the choreography is actually really good, and it's actually I think even better than the previous two songs, and yeah, I don't know, it's just a cool song, and they shine really well, and like I love their like voices and how their dynamics work, and it's such a unique thing, and I'm definitely so looking forward to them like I wish I lived close enough to check out one of the stops when they're touring in the States, but
yeah, like, that's constantly been our problem. I wish I was closer to.
Yeah, it's one of those other things.
I think one day, ma'am. We might have to bite a bullet on something, and maybe if something's happening in like New York or something, just and if we have enough advanced heads up.
Yeah. Well, the
because
other crazy
I
thing-
can get a bus to New York for $20, but it'd probably be a little bit more rough for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, aside, I will say, I do know that. Well, Baby Metal's here tomorrow, which makes me sad because they're here with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that's sold out, and I can't get tickets for that.
Right.
But GD's coming to Miami. Like he's playing at the AAA.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's there's no info on ticket prices, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's playing in New York because everybody does. But yeah, GD's doing a tour, and it's like, but yeah, if I it's one of those things where it's another thing where like I don't want to be a joiner, and I know I personally poo pooed on it or at least joined in the idea of poo pooing on the idea of everyone moving to Austin. But if I lived in Austin, I'd be able to drive up to Houston and just go to that show. Tickets are only like $45 and it's general admission.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, K.A.R.D killing it. I love them. Keep doing it, K.A.R.D. And keep just more. I'm just looking for more K.A.R.D. Moving on. This is kind of, I guess, burying the lead, but I guess it's in the middle of my picks, and I always go second. But I guess this she probably deserves higher billing. But hey, we're talking about her now. It's IU and her comeback. Yeah. Speaking of GD, IU with her comeback in the track Palette.
So good.
It's so good. It is. IU is fantastic. Like. I loved her last comeback. The songs that were on it, especially her title track, and this song is so cool. It's such a good like vibe and feel to it. And yeah, and like I love that like it continues the theme coming from 23, where this one is I'm 25. As she is 25 Korean age, so it's just like, and it has an interesting shift of like her personality. Like it's almost like, all right, that was my personality back a couple of years ago. Now this is me. I'm 25 now. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean for who I am, where my thoughts are at, and where I got this. I'm fine. I got this. I'm 25. I got this, and like that's such a like interesting like vibe to the song, and it works so well. Like, and another feature, another invisible feature by this time by G-Dragon.
But still another good feature, like an invisible feature, but another good feature this week. Like, holy shit, was still like I was surprised to see G-Dragon's name on this track. I was just like, what?
That's how major IU is.
Right. Like G-Dragon guesting on a track. What the fuck? But I was just like, man, this is definitely interesting. So, just, I don't know. It's so smooth and you just jam out to it. Like, and I also love the video, which is just kind of like showing some of her different styles throughout like time, because she's kind of been in front of the camera for a while, you know?
Yeah, like for her, like since her teens, like since she's been like, God, how old was she when she debuted? I'm gonna look it up just to verify.
Like 14 or 15.
Like internationally, like right now she's 23, going on 20. I think she'll turn 24 next month, international age. But she's there it is. IU singer. Yeah, she debuted 2008. She was born in 93, so she was 14 going on 15, yeah.
Yep.
Like
things the creepy fucking uncles know.
Yeah. Uncle fan. That uncle fan knowledge.
Yeah. Just, man, how old was I? 14 or for like 14, 15. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, you pulled that out, huh?
Yeah. I was keeping track. Yeah, like the fact that I know exactly how old Shinbi is. But I will say I don't usually do that, keeping track of ages, other than to like make notes. But it's funny that I know how old Shinbi, the youngest members of G Friend, are, mainly because of the kind of I think ongoing, because I think it's happened 3 times, bit of fans at G Friend fan meetings gifting Shinbi booze. I think somebody gifted her, I think, like a mini keg of Heineken.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, I think 2 people have gifted her vodka, including a bottle of Absolute vodka. So it's like, I have a picture. There's, she, vodka. Uh, yeah, like yeah, there's somebody actually gave her a bottle of Absolute vodka, like a bottle of a nice Absolute Citron. Okay, I think this was the same meeting. Now that I think about it, let's see. Let me look at the outfit. Yeah, it's the same meeting. So it was okay. So 2 incidents of somebody gifting her booze. This is definitely her look right there. It was like, yeah, we get turned.
Right.
Yeah, we get turned.
Shit, I need somebody to just give me a bottle of Absolute right now. I haven't been so lazy about going to get liquor.
Yeah. But yeah, that's fun. But yeah, IU. There's not much else to say other than that. She is at the top for a reason, because she puts out some consistently great songs, consistently good songs, consistently fun pop songs. And she kills the charts for a reason. Yeah.
Thanks, Maymays.
Yeah. All right, rant or last track. Not a new song per se, but the music video is new. The finally released a music video for Love Exterior, who I've talked about a billion times, and I will talk about them a billion more because I love them so much. Also, check out their Patreon, patreon.com/loveextereo. They finally released the music video for Rage Is Not Enough, which is, I believe, off of their last album, which I have somewhere back there in vinyl form and CD form as well. It is a cool video. The song is great. It's off of that album. I've always loved the song. For as long as I've like been able to just listen to it. But the video is cool. Like it's has a cool like story moments to it. It has a cool like the split screen was interesting, and I didn't know where it was going. But the moments where you notice that the two halves differ, you realize, oh, okay, that's where it's going. Uh, uh, and you get kind of an interesting, like, okay, like 2 approaches or two ways of like reacting to things, or how like all the same events happen. No matter how she emotionally reacts to them, or things like that. Yeah, it's just very interesting visually, very interesting in like what the kind of the story arc to it is, especially uh to like bringing in things of current events and whatnot, and like yeah, I don't know. Well, what did you think, Kaz?
I thought it was definitely an interesting video. Like, it definitely made you pay attention to it. Like, but I definitely, I don't know. I like, so musically, the song is really good. And I thought the video was super, super interesting. Like, I like that it kind of plays with you where you think it's just kind of split screen of the same thing, but then you realize there's these moments in it where it just starts to differ. Like,
Yeah,
and then like that was really cool.
Yeah, and I think that the way they built that and the way they kind of like followed through on that thread, and I think it works really well. And when they bring in the other, and kind of they bring in, it's just like it playing on the idea of like the emotions of it and the emotions of the song and kind of the concepts of like rage and anger and heavy emotion, heavy things like that. I think it works really well. Yeah, I love it. Love Exterior, just fantastic. I am so glad I had discovered them, and they're gonna stick with me, I think, for a very long time. Yeah. All right. Moving on. All right, so that was the last of our headlines. So I mean, last of our what's new. Now we get over to our headlines. Last of the music.
Line and
things. Yes. So the topical topic. So join us, won't you? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Headlines. We talk about some topical topics, things that are going on in the world of East Asian pop culture. A lot of interesting, fun tidbits here to discuss. Let's just get right down to it. Her Royal Excellency, wish me luck on this one. Her Royal Excellency Mamluang Raja Darasri Jayankura of Thailand stands Dreamcatcher. Her Royal Excellency, it's funny. I actually got through her name fine.
Just figure out a way to shorten it, dude. It's in there too many times. I don't know whether fucking.
I got through. I love that I got through her name more or less fine, but her excellency is what's messing me up. An English word, like no, all right. But yeah, she's a princess of Thailand. I think I don't know if the princess or just a princess, but yeah, Princess of Thailand, which is with that title, has been a Dreamcatcher fan since their debut as Minx, and recently met up with them. Which is a kind of interesting moment. The princess had given the recommendation of Dreamcatcher to perform in Macau for a set of promotions that was being operated by the royal family, and also offered for them to go on tour in Thailand. It has been known that the princess from Thailand has been a fan of Dreamcatcher since their debut, as she has posted content related to the group numerous times on SNS. An official from Happy Face Entertainment stated that they truly admire the love the Thai princess has given to Dreamcatcher and promises to have Dreamcatcher meet with fans across the world as soon as possible. They said vaguely. We'll get around to it. So basically, she rolled in and told Happy Face Entertainment that they better get ready to perform in Macau or to Thailand, or she's going to buy their company and make them do it their damn self. Stand goals. I don't know if she said all that, but yeah, this is kind of cool. It's not a mystery that Thailand likes K-pop because they import K-pop content. They also export K-pop stars. There are several Thai K-pop. There are several Thai members of the K-pop lexicon, including Nekun of 2PM, Lisa of Blackpink, the previously mentioned Sorn of CLC, among others. So there's a connection there. But I just love the idea of like Dreamcatcher has royalty as in their fandom. So when will your fave?
Yeah.
What was your reaction?
I know. I just thought this was straight out fucking bad, dude. Like this is just what you do. You're like, yo, motherfucker, I am the royalty of Thailand. Bring me my entertainment, and they're like, oh, get them plane tickets.
It's like,
motherfucker, this is our in. Like, what the fuck you still doing sitting at your computer? Get your ass to the airport.
This is fun, and like I like the idea of like I just like the idea of it's a cool turnaround for Dreamcatcher. Like I think for any group when they finally find that thing and suddenly find that hook, and you see them gaining traction and attention, like I guess it's now doing hopefully for Dreamcatcher now that they when they went from Minx to which was kind of an pretty good, pretty okay, cute girl group to kind of finding something that was unique to them and having that help them get some recognition and some advancement in their career, which is dope and exciting. So good, good job, Dreamcatcher, aka Satanic G Friend. You earned it. Yeah. Moving on to this one, which is just I just don't know. This is what this okay. This thing happened literally today, or at least it's been happening. I think since maybe yesterday. No, well, a couple. Okay, so it's been going on. I think it happened yesterday. The tweet is from like a couple days ago. This is crazy. Meishi and Xuanyi of Wuju Sonyan are actually married lesbian Chinese billionaires, says internet. Wuju Sonyan members Meishi and Xuanyi are not only K-pop stars, but are also lesbian Chinese billionaires who recently got married and are the richest couple alive. This is from this tweet, which is I mean, we're okay. Being honest, it was just a fun, like joke tweet that a Cosmic Girls fan, okay, Wuju Sonyan fan, tweeted just as a kind of fun little dumb thing, just to caption this pic, and it blew up. Now, perhaps you're saying to yourself, "That's not true," but behold, he said 15,000 at 25,000. Now it's at 9. If you look at it, it's 19,000 retweets and 32,000 likes. It's also on Instagram. Is somebody like posting it on Tumblr? With at this point again, he says 70,000, 140,000 notes on Tumblr, and it's also at this point it was like second on like the list of like results. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. Yeah, it got up a little bit. It's just couple alive. Yeah, it's the top search result, and you can't see it, but it's oh damn, you can't see it, but it's god damn it, it's right there. It's off the camera, but it's the first result on freaking on Google. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, it's number one result image search. Number one and two. It is. This is kind of ridiculous and amazing.
It's so fucking. So like, it's funny, right? Because all of the K-pop fandom look at that and go, "Stupid ass, fucking." That's funny. That's funny right there. I'm gonna retweet that, right? But then everyone else looks at that and go, "What? What is this? I need to retweet so that maybe more info will come and somebody will tell me." And then more K-pop fans see it and they go, "This is so stupid." I'm gonna like that. That's fucking dumb. Their fans are crazy. You know, like everybody already understands that. Oh yeah, their fans probably did that, like because it's funny, right? But then you end up in the mix of the general population somehow, and now everyone else is just like, "Oh my god, this is real, this is real!" Like, and you're like, what do we do? What do we do?" Like,
yeah,
I guess we just let them run with it. So I guess
Just
I
watch the
guess
world burn.
what it'll be like. So by Monday, this will be probably on Good Morning America. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like,
Maybe they might try to reach out and interview them. I
right.
loved seeing like tweet replies where people would reply to this person that tweeted with like, do you have any more info? I'm like searching and I can't find anything. And they were like replies like, yeah, I got you. And they would they would link them to the music video. Like, it's your secret. It's like, no, this is a music video, though. I need like an article or something. Like, no, it's right there. Look, see the wedding. Here's a picture of the wedding, and it's a shot from the music video. It's like, no, that's just a music video. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
And it's just like
Yo,
back and forth.
you gotta keep that kayfabe, dog. You
But
never let the kayfabe go.
yeah, I love that. Like but like yeah, it's just to play with their minds, and it's fun. It's fun to play with people's expectations. It's fun to play with the internet sometimes. Especially if the end result might be more people finding out about the group you like. So it could work as promotions, but probably won't. Certainly didn't work for Drew Scanlon, but we'll see. This is the new meme, and then I'm loving it. It's funny because like, all right, so I now remember I did see like I passingly saw a tweet mentioning this and like another thing, and like I looked at it and I didn't, and I will admit I didn't think anything of it. I didn't actually think like it was like about K-pop or anything. I just read it. It was like that's kind of crazy. And like I was like I saw the couple and I for a moment I actually believed it because I didn't stop to think about it because I didn't bother retweeting or liking it. I was like that girl on the right looks familiar. It's like she kind of looks like the one girl from that one group. But I don't know. Then I looked at this article and this again, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm dumb. uh, yeah, this is just fun. This is fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun, silly stuff that like their fans did, and it just got carried out of hand. And I want to see it continue to get out of hand. Like,
Yes,
I just want to see it continue to grow and get even more and more out of hand.
yes.
That's all I want now.
Once that fire to blaze and consume it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That being said, all right, moving on to Japan. Japanese concert goer sues idol group because dancing otaku ruined the show for him. High court hands down ruling in 3-year legal dispute stemming from different attitudes between hardcore idol singer fans. Personal opinion on the overall quality aside, you have to admit that Japanese idol singers put a lot of thought into their choreography. And actually, if you look over the crowd in an idol concert, you'll likely to see a lot of coordinated dancing too. I should mention I'm reading this from Rocket News. I don't mention who I read these things from often enough. I've been reading from Asian Junkie the past couple articles, and I'm reading from Rocket News. I put Soda News, I guess. Here, how's it go? Okay, if you look over the crowd in an idol concert, you're likely to see a lot of coordinated dancing too. Phenomenon that's been dubbed otage, or otaku dancing. Making extensive use of glow sticks, wildly flailing arm motions, and precisely timed shouts and cheers. Otage is an exuberant way for idol fans to show their passionate support for their favorite performance. Groups of fans will often band together and synchronize moves, as some did during a January 2014 concert in Kobe by local idol unit Koberies. As a highly
if you want to show a little bit of what that is to the people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and find.
I linked you. I linked you some otake.
Yeah, otake. Let me see. Let's put it up. All right, let me. Yeah. Yeah. They're feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how you
yeah, I
do it.
appreciate. That's how you do it.
It's choreographed. It goes with the song. It's a way to be a part of the performance when you're not part of the performance, and also showing that you are have respect for that group.
Yeah,
You put these things together, and people are really,
yeah,
really, really into it. Like,
yeah,
and I've always liked that, right? Because
yeah.
to me, I think that's really cool.
Yeah. It's a
Like,
highly esoteric form of dance. Otake. Otake doesn't really enjoy mainstream popularity in Japan, but it turns out that otake, otaku shit isn't popular in Japan. Just so you know. Just so you know. Yeah, people don't really. Yeah. But it turns out that otake isn't universally loved among otaku. Even as one man at a concert became so upset about the noisy otake dancers at the venue that he decided to sue Koberis itself, as well as concert sponsor Radio Kansai. The unnamed plaintiff asserted that the otake dancers made such a racket that he couldn't hear the Koberis singing, and that the event organizers were negligent in not removing the otake enthusiasts from the venue. In his lawsuit, he asked for 1 million yen, approximately about 9 grand, in damages, or alternatively for Koberis to perform another concert, a ticket to which he would ostensibly be provided with. But with some then members of Koberis having since left the group, an exact recreation of the concert would no longer be possible. While 1 million yen may sound like a staggering amount of financial compensation, it's worth noting that some idol fans spend huge sums of money purchasing their favorite group CD and merchandise in order to win concert tickets that aren't directly offered for purchase, although it's unclear whether or not that was the case for Koberis' January 2014 performance. The lawsuit was initially dismissed by the local court, but the plaintiff then filed an appeal with the Osaka High Court. However, on April 27th, more than 3 years after the concert took place, the High Court has rejected his appeal. In his official statement, presiding judge Atsushi Tanaka decreed, there are many ways of appreciating music, including the one displayed by those who think that shouting or cheering creates an exciting, joyous atmosphere. End quote. And that therefore the concert organizers were under no obligation to remove the otake dancers, as the event rules had made no mention of such actions being prohibited. And with that, there's now legal precedent that in Japan, idol music isn't just about the music. Yes. So. Yeah, like you went to an idol concert. Oh, these people are going to be there. Like you know this.
yeah,
This is the culture.
these are people who paid to be there just as much as you do, and they're way more into it than you are. And just because you felt out of place doesn't mean that you deserve exponential compensation. Like maybe asking for your money back is one thing, but asking for your money back and damages, like, no, honey, no.
It's like going to fucking see Slayer and being mad there's a mosh pit.
Right.
Like, real.
When you're in a seat, rows away.
like, come on.
Like, what are they doing down there? Ugh, I can't enjoy this. I can't enjoy Slayer with these people moshing and enjoying themselves.
It's like, fuck, man. It gets a perspective. But I will say, so I look forward. So when we inevitably, this is another thing, when we inevitably do lock in and have our PD and Kaz and possibly other people that we know, but we don't want to lock them in out of their own volition, goes to Japan trip. We're gonna have to see if we maybe try to get to a concert.
Do you think I won't learn how to do otake? Like, I would be like, all right, well, okay, here we go. Woo!
Yes, we're gonna study. We're gonna practice. We're gonna get in the practice room, stand in front of the mirror.
Get a hyperbolic time chamber, son. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm ready to learn.
Get some training. We'll be training hardcore. Get in good shape. We'll learn all the moves. We will be the otake.
I know this one is a move that gets used a lot, like the shoulder rocking back and forth. Like, that's the get you hype, and then you like, and then you usually have like something where you like give your energy, like, So I know those are some basic moves in that stuff.
I will say, devil's advocate devil's advocate for all this. I will say that's similar to my experience for watching Korean baseball. It was all the dances and the songs, and as much fun as that was, I will say that I did have moments where I was forgetting what was happening in the game, so it could be a little distracting. Yeah, just a little. That being said, uh, that being said, moving on. All right, moving on. To the last one. So I don't know. And have you planned your Halloween costume yet, or your future next cosplay, or first cosplay? No. Well, have I got an idea for you? I know I'm excited to try this out. Topshop has made it easy for everyone to choose their Halloween costume. Folks, it's only April, but I think we all have our Halloween costume already. Thanks to Topshop, we can get ourselves some good old fashioned plastic pants. They're actually selling full on plastic jeans. So this is a company that first gained attention for selling these knee window jeans. Whereas like they had the plastic over the hole of the knees. Now they decided to have the all plastic pants. A la our boy JYP.
Oh shit. We could be JYP.
It will cost you only $100.
That's fucking pocket change, dude. All right, yes. That's walking around money.
Yeah, all right, or 55 pounds.
I give $100 to bums all the time. Don't.
So, it's a little pricey for a sight gag. I could probably make these pants a lot cheaper. Probably just get a poncho and do it just as easily. I have a sewing machine over there. That being said, it's a fun gimmick. Well, how excited are you, Kaz, to get your JYP on?
The only bad part is I'd have to explain it to too many people, and I'd have to have my phone and be like, "No, I'm doing this. I'm doing JYP," and then they're like, "Who's JYP?" And then you're like, "All right, yeah," and then you go into the whole explanation.
Yeah.
At a con, I'd go for it 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it would be a very weird experience. I think, especially, you know what, at like K.A.R.D, if we finally go to something like K.A.R.D, that would work perfectly. I don't know, like, especially like if it's a couple days, that could be one of the costumes, and I'd probably do this one day, and then do like the H.O.T. Candy video, the big, like the fluffy hand prints, the hand mitts with like the suspenders, the old HOT costume. Bring that, do the throwback style. Yeah, that would work well. Probably nowhere else, but for us, your K-pop loving strangers and friends. But yeah. Again, if you want to check it out, it's available at topshop.com. They have free shipping internationally, I believe, as well. You can get your prices listed in dollars, but it's 55 pounds. You can get your own plastic pants. Send pictures.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to the end of another fantastic episode.
Somebody buy those for me.
Yes. We have to on the Patreon level. That'll be a Patreon goal. Like, after this amount of money, I will wear the plastic pants. It's gonna have to be literally the $100 probably. Yeah. This is the end of another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. Cass, what do you got
What up,
going
Mike?
on? What do you got going on in your world?
Check out my Patreon, which now I have to change a little bit since my good friend DJM has retired from podcasting. But yeah, check that out. Check out the Patreon. Check out all the shows I do there. Sports Odds and Ends. If you are even remotely, even kind of, sort of, maybe even a little bit into sports, it's a really good show that we talk about.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Something was playing.
It's a really great show where we talk about sports and things related to sports, odds and ends, things you don't always hear about, and then DKG Whelp podcast, the Drunk Kids Gaming podcast that we record live every Sunday, and you can check out over on twitch.tv/drunkkidsgaming. And I don't know, just go search it, find it. Tell me what you think. Hit me up on Twitter. Twitter.com/KingCaz.
Bip, bop it. Twist it. Turn it. Lick it. I don't know. Yeah, check him out. He's at King Kaz. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to message people. I'm doing the thing. I'm like messaging Sergeant Muffin to figure out
we've both been messaging people back and forth. Like it's a busy day. It's a busy fucking day.
Trying to figure out why I couldn't. I was gonna trying to figure out why I couldn't stream to DiamondClub.tv. I'm messaging Sergeant Muffin right now, and it's like because I'm trying to like see if we go back to being live again. Like, it's busy day. It's a busy day. But you know what? If you want to find out if we are able to go live and when we go live, you can follow probably either one of us. He's a King Kaz. I'm a PD Rev. The show's at Hallyujuku. The show is also at Hallyujuku.com. Kpoppodcast.com is the URL I maintain, so it's easy to share with your friends. Rebelli.net for this and other shows. Do the things, share, like, subscribe. Rebelli TV on YouTube, on Twitch. A bunch of the different places. Until next time.
Well, didn't I tell you? Don't you know?
Hasta los huevos.
See you on the other side.
Fighting.